the east. Hit the stroll tonight out so we can roll big hot sheets. I wish I could fade the 8, but I'm no budget. Still rolling the 2-door, cut the same old bucket. Foggy window, soggy endo. I'm in the land getting smoke with my kiddo. In smoke, young, I spray you, lay it down. Up in the OAK, the town. Homies don't play around, we down to blaze a pound. Then ease up, speed up through the ESO. Treat the VSOP up with the lemon squeeze up. And everybody's rolled up, I'm the roller. That's quick to fold up, blunt out of a bunch of sticky doja. Hold up, suck up my weed, it's all you do, kicking feet. Cause we're IBs, we need tap like the fool.
Huh? The people that are always regulars that always sit in the same seats every week.
Lorenzo in a Benzo, I was banging with a gang of instrumentals. Got the pens and pencils, got down to business. But sometimes the business into this shit can turn your friends against you. But you was a real nigga, I can sense it in you. I still remember when you were the car that you went through. That's fucked up, but I'll never forget the shit we've been through. And I'ma do whatever it takes to convince you. Cause you my nigga, Ty, and easy, I'm still with you. Fuck the beef, nigga, I miss you, and that's just being real with you. You see, the truth is, everybody wanna know how close me and Snoop is, and who I'm still cool with. Then I got these fake ass niggas I first grew with, claiming they never violent, talking like they spit venom in interviews, speaking over unions, move units, then talk shit, we can do this. Till then, I ain't even speaking your name, just keep my name out of your mouth, and we can keep it the same, nigga. It ain't that I'm too big to listen to the rumors, it's just that I'm too damn big to pay attention to them, that's the difference. You talk a little while, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act the one affair and never dare with emotions. I'm used to living big dope style, straight roads. What's the difference between me and you? You talk a little while, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act the one affair and never dare with emotions. I'm used to living big dope style, straight roads. Yo, I stay with it while you try to perpetrate, play with it. Never knew about the next level until Dre did it. I stay committed while you motherfuckers babysit it. I smash the critics like an overhead right from Riddick. Come and get it, shitted on villains by the millions. I be catching bitches while bitches be catching feelings. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? I pop bottles and hot hollow points at each and all of you. Come on, a heartless bastard, high and blasted. My style is like the reactor of too much acid. Never go down, pass it around. You can't handle it. Hang Hollywood niggas by they soul trade laminates. What's the difference between me and you? About 5 bank accounts, 3 ounces and 2 vehicles. Until my death, I'm Bangladesh. I suggest you hold your breath till ain't nothing left. Yo, that's the difference. You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. I act the one I feel and never care about emotions. I used to live in big dope style and straight roads. What's the difference between me and you? You talk a good one, but you don't know what you're supposed to do. I act the one I feel and never care about emotions. I used to live in big dope style.
Stop the beat a minute. I got something to say. Dre, I wanna tell you this shit right now. But this fucking weed is in me. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I love you, dog. I got your motherfucking back. Just know this shit.
Slim, I don't know if you noticed it, but I've had your back from day one, nigga. Let's blow this bitch.
I mean it, dog. You ever need somebody off who's throat is it?
If you ever kill that Kim bitch, I'll show you where the ocean is.
Well, that's cool, and I appreciate you. But if I do decide to really hurt him, I'ma sit her up in the front seat and put sunglasses on her. And cruise around with her for 7 hours to California and have her waving at people. Then drop her off on the corner at the police station and drive her off honking the horn. Roll the door, get your roll on. Drop the sword off and beat you with the piece of a sword off. Fuck, I wanna see some lungs pumped up. Get shot up in the hot tub to the bubbles pop up and they know the cold start up. Milk is some hot water. That's for trying to talk like the crime was not brought up. That's for even thinking of having them thoughts thought up. You better show some respect whenever
Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock to my tape pop, smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on product stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping dope, the hard, you never thought that hip hop would make it this far. Now I'm in the limelight 'cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the World Trade. The opposite of a winner, remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner. Used to real G, used to be kicking free. Funk master, flex, no fuck, start ski. I blow it up like you thought I would. Call a trip, same hood, it's all good. And if you don't know, you know. And if you don't know, now you know, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was young, broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, only green leather sofa. Got two knobs, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone telephone, 2G's flat. No need to open my phone, and my husband was lounging. Celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom pimps a hat with me on the back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time her face is up in the sun. We used to bust when the landlord kissed us. No heat, Christmas missed us. Days, now we sip champagne when we backstage. Damn, I like the life I live, 'cause I left my nigga with the positive and and if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. This is B-Town in the house. Jody Matthew.
Then I'm a motherfucking B.I.M.B. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get a dollar out of me. I'm gonna let no girls you can't see. Then I'm a motherfucking B.I.M.B. The shorty, she in the club, she dancing for dollars. She got a thing for that Gucci, that Fendi, that Prada, that piece of bitch, boy, baby, Dolce & Gabbana. She feed them fools fantasies, they pay her 'cause they want her. I spend on little G-man in my game gun. I ever laid a head of ass up in the Ramada. Them trick niggas in the ear saying they think about it. I got the bitch by the bar trying to get a drink about it. She like me style, she like my style, she like the way I tell her. She from the country, then she like me 'cause I'm from New York. I ain't that nigga trying to holler 'cause I want some head. I'm that nigga trying to holler 'cause I want some bread. I could get her so she perform when she in the bed. Bitch with that trap, catch a date and come to bed, kid. Look, baby, this is simple, you can't see it. You fucking with me, you fucking with a B.I.M.B. What you know about me? This shit get a dollar out of me. I'm gonna let no girls you can't see. Then I'm a motherfucking B.I.M.B. I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get a dollar out of me. I'm gonna let no girls you can't see. Then I'm a motherfucking B.I.M.B. I'm at my brother, you see, girl, you know who I am. If you fucking with me, B.I.M.B. Now what you see on TV, you gotta let them crazy. Head full of hair, bitch, I'm a B.I.M.B. Come get money with me. If you curious to see how it feels to be with a B.I.M.B. when I feel with me. You know what's a TV, in the backseat of my V, I'm a B.I.M.B. Yo, we can pop the champagne and we can have a ball. We can throw to the world like we can have it all. We can do the Spurs, girl, and take them out. If ever you need someone, you know when you should call. I'll be there to pick you up if ever you should fall. If you got problems, I can settle them, bigger than small. That other nigga, you can really about shit. I'm a friend, your father, and come for God, bitch. I don't know what you heard about me. This shit get a dollar out of me. I'm gonna let no girls you can't see. Then I'm a motherfucking B.I.M.B. I don't know what you heard about me, but if this shit get a dollar out of me, I'm gonna let no girls you can't see. Then I'm a motherfucking B.I.M.B. I told you since before, I still with the tunes. I keep a beat in some Rams and some June. I holler at her till I got a bitch confused. She got no pay mask, me I got the way to shoot. I'm shopping for the chillers in the summer the cheaper. Man, it's all you can have, but when I'm done, I ain't competing. Man, bitches come and go, every nigga flipping up. You say the secret, you ain't got to keep it on the low. Bitch, choose on me, I ain't you stripping in the street. Come on over, every day you get your ass beat. Now make my bottom bitch, you always coming with my bread. The last nigga, she was whipping stitches in her head. Get your whole out of pocket, I put a charm on the bitch. Cause I ain't 4 TVs and AMGs for the 6. I'll make the pay bitch, I ain't paying bitch. Get your day, suck a dick, shit. What you heard about me? This shit get a dollar out of me. I'm gonna let no girls you can't see. Then I'm a motherfucking B.I.M.B. I don't know what you heard about me, but if this shit get a dollar out of me, I'm gonna let no girls you can't see. Motherfucking B.I.M.B. Yeah. And how the hell they say there's no one that's shit on her? And the hood they say there's no one like me. You see, I talk about
average. I twist cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't mean shit. Fake pig gators. Detroit players. Tends to my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right. If the head right, Biggie there. And I pop them in school since days of unknown. Never lose. Never choose to. Bruise, cruise, do something to us. Talk go to us. Girls want to us. Wanna do us. Screw us. Screw us. Yeah, Papa and Pop. Post like stars. The end. Stick to clutch. Let us we
motherfucking goddamn motherfucking Comedy Store. It's another Monday night, and you know what that means. It means it's time for the greatest live podcast in the world, Kill Tony. My name's Pat, that's Joel Jimenez on the drums, and this song's called Hard Boiled Egg. Hard-boiled egg, oh, hard-boiled egg. Now, baby, let me hold you tight. Take the place of my ex-girlfriend. Like her, you are white. You're both white, you're both white. You're both white, you're both white. I drew a face on a hard-boiled egg. It felt nice, we made out for hours. Meet my new girlfriend, she's a hard-boiled egg. And she's white, and she's rich, and iron. She's cage-free, she's cage-free. She's stinky, she's jiggly. Cage-free, she's stinky, she's jiggly. She loves me. She's freaking rich in omega-3. Check it. Picked her up at a Trader Joe's. She had 5 little sisters and 6 big bros. She's bad for my heart, but good for my soul. My sex life's weird, and my cholesterol is out of control. I brought her to my house and hard-boiled her. I pampered her and spoiled her. Now she can't get enough of my tea. I took her to Broadway to see Wicked. I only had to buy 1 ticket. One time I almost ate her. Luckily I remembered that I date her. Sweet Lord, there's no love greater than the kind of my refrigerator. And that's the story of my life. The story of my life. I don't know how many of you guys know my friend Adam. Anyone know my friend Adam in here? A couple do. Well, if you don't know him, don't freak out or anything. It's all gonna be okay. Because this song paints a pretty vivid picture of him. Gray shirt, khaki pants, black socks, skinny arms, empty head, no thoughts. Whiskey beer, inbred smile, tiny cock. Oh, my friend Adam. My friend Adam. Everybody, these are all facts about him. My friend Adam. Webbed feet, coward's heart, creepy vibe. His social skills are as bad as a monkey's. That all the other monkeys avoid. My friend Adam. My friend Adam.
knows how. That's my song. Poor girl, mixed up girl, stuck with a troll. His social skills are as bad as a monkey's. That all the other monkeys avoid. My friend Adam, my friend Adam. I wish he would fuck off forever. My friend Adam. Oh, my friend Adam. Alright, only 10 more songs, guys. 10 more songs, then we're gonna get this fucking show underway. This is the last song. Is there the last song? What time is it? Wait, here's something real quick. This song is called Pop Punk Song. It goes like this. My parents are fighting. My girlfriend won't fuck me. I'm trapped in the suburbs and I've never seen a black person. I hate you, Mom. I hate you, Dad. Why won't you buy me an iPad? My life is so hard. She left me roses by the stairs. Surprised he's let me know she cares.
What time? 8:14.
Oh, it's 8:14. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. I had sex.
Yeah!
Give it up. I had sex with a 35-year-old woman. Yeah. This is weird. She kept calling me daddy. I was like, it was weird. I was like, what does she call guys older than her, you know? My guess is Brigadier General. Thank you. That joke's called The Crowd Pleaser. What did that say? Josh Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Give a hand for Josh Martin. Alright, this is my mom's favorite song. Go, 1, 2, 3, 4. She stood in the doorway, wearing pants, and a shirt, and another shirt on top of her first shirt. She said, I'm not even sure you know what you really want. I said, well, let me explain. Any drama. I just want a girl to love me like my mama. I just want a girl without any drama. I just want a girl who sends me cards on Easter with $50 checks and delicate reminders that I should go to church and I should call my grandma. I just want a girl whose mom is my grandma. I just want a girl who lives way out in Boston in a house with my dad and my brother Austin. I just want a girl who raised my sister Megan. I just want a girl whose name is Vicky Reagan. That's my mom's name. Let's start a fucking show.
Hey, this is Redman coming to you live from the World Famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Get up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
Fuck yeah! Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Absolutely nothing is happening. for the people in charge of sound, Brian Redband and Josh Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Really, the two guys completely responsible for making sure those microphones work. Want to give it a test?
You did turn
Back there. Fuck yeah. This is how I like it. Horrible from the very beginning. This way we start.
Lost that one.
Hey, this is Redband coming to you live from the Road Famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 3. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yay! Professionals! Fuck yeah! Everybody's on another level already tonight, proving that this is the #1 live podcast in the world. Put your hands together for yourselves for making it out. Believe it or not, I'm the host of the show, Tony. I like it like that. Everybody does. Nice and quiet and super fucking weird. At the part where you realize when you're announcing the name and you don't even hear yourself, what's the point of even...
I knew what it was. See, we've been using the back mixer for Pat, so Josh forgot to turn up this mixer in the back.
I shouldn't have wanted an explanation.
Right, yeah.
Everybody, welcome to the show. One more time, let's see how loud we can get it for our people listening on Ustream. Make some noise Monday night. There we go. That's how the show starts. Welcome, everybody. I'm very excited. For those of you watching on Ustream right now, if you live near Nashville, Tennessee, we're going to be there this
weekend.
Sunday,
Yeah.
so that's for you guys. And a bunch of other fun stuff coming up, too. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing Kansas City, so if you're from there, I'm doing there first week of June. I'm in the Bellevue Parlor Live in Seattle, June 24th and 25th. We're rescheduling a Kill Tony for somewhere near there soon. That clown place that we like, that was in Portland, right?
Yeah.
June 30th, July 1st, I'm in St. Louis for the very first time. And La Jolla, August 5th, 6th, 7th. 9th, I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 10th, 13th. Look at this is an announcement. I'm at the Punchline Comedy Club headlining the 13th and 14th in San Francisco and the 15th and the 16th in Sacramento.
And next week we're going to be in the main room of the Comedy Store doing Kill
Yes.
Tony.
On October 8th, I'm in Boston, Massachusetts at the Wilbur Theater. I have to promote these dates because I have to fill up these venues. It's very hard to do. Yeah, we're in the main room next week, and that's going to be epic. I'm warning you guys right now that it's going to be out of control. And I have a special super surprise for you guys. Tonight's episode will also be out of control. After 156 episodes, you are at the final Belly Room Kill Tony.
Wow. That's actually pretty sad.
We've evolved a lot. There used to be no Jamie Vernon on the HD camera.
And there isn't tonight either. So.
Ryan J. Ebelt is here. He draws every single episode. He has a blank sheet of paper in front of him right now. By the end of the episode, that's going to be filled with tonight's episode. You have to see it to believe it. You can meet him and buy a Kill Tony poster after the show on the front patio. One more time for Ryan J. Ebelt, ladies and gentlemen. His work's on RyanJEbelt.com. He's the artist of Kill Tony, and he sells the official Kill Tony poster at RyanJEbelt.com. This, however, is one of my favorite parts of the show. It has been, for those of you that have been listening for a long time, you know the last few months have been insane at our newfound chemistry with our new favorite fucking thing in the world. It's the band, the one, the only, Reagan and Watkins, everybody. Here they are. Lemonade.
Oh, they're giving out lemonade to the audience.
And they're pouring it in cups. Very low quality lemonade for those of you paying attention. It is Minute Maid.
It's
Very, I don't know if they thought this was going to happen quickly.
thank you.
They could have pre-poured these and saved a few minutes of dead podcast airtime.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so far, fuck yeah. All right, Reagan and Watkins.
Oh, that's not lemonade, by the way. Do not drink that. That's a terrible joke, guys.
No mic on the band.
That's
There it is. Holy shit.
Yes, Queen.
Oh, you got it.
We're here.
know who the queen is, Jeremiah. Who's that?
Queen Tony.
Wow, I feel the burn on that one. These guys just came back with a couple cartons of Minute Maid lemonade, and
Only the finest for Kill Tony.
wait, what is this new character?
Oh
you
my
guys
God,
are
we
doing?
saw Beyonce this weekend. Anyone else see Beyonce this weekend? Woo!
Woo! Participation.
Now, last week you guys came out to Rihanna's Umbrella, and you did a whole act out with that. I was on Twitter today, and somebody said my mind was blown that Tony thought that song was 3 years old, and I made fun of you guys because I really thought it was about 3, maybe 4 years old, and I looked it up. 9 years old that song is.
Queen, 9 years.
So, because you guys think maybe there's a chance that in your unconscious minds, like me making fun of you for doing such an old reference last week, made you do something with a brand new reference that made almost 0 sense whatsoever?
Yes! What do you think, Tony? Silly question.
Fuck yeah, baby! Yes, we have been on a run with about 12 of our best episodes of all time, and I've been waiting for moments like this to happen continuously from the start of the show.
Who's ready for a clunker of a show?
For shizzle dizzle.
Fuck yeah. Snoop's ready. Sounds like Snoop's ready. This place is in such a ruckus, I almost spilled my needless lemonade that I'm never gonna touch. Oh, which reminds me, when it comes to drinks that I don't want to spill, Adam Carolla's Mangria wine cocktail, ready to drink, original orange. Oh my God, this is the worst. If we pull out of this, it's gonna be unbelievable. This is just a hot tailspin right from the get. This is how a lot of plane crashes happen. A lot of people get scared midway through the air when you feel a little turbulence. Literally, 95% of all plane crashes, fun fact, happen on either the takeoff or the landing.
The landing.
We're on the takeoff right now, and not looking good. I think a couple engines are blown out.
I think a couple minds are already blown, I'll tell you that much.
We are 0 for 11 on all jokes, including myself. There has not really been a single real pop in this room yet tonight. There's been a lot of attempts on everybody's part so far. Really not one overall consensus that any single thing's been funny. I don't know.
Should we start over again? Maybe one more time?
We've got more lemonade.
We got more cups. And lemonade. And there's a lot more Beyonce.
Before we bring up tonight's guest, I do want to have this one interaction with you guys. I don't know if you noticed this yesterday, Pat, but I thought it was funny on my way over here. I thought about it. Last night, a guy tweeted at me something, and I was like driving. Yeah, I was coming back from Irvine, and I'm like going over, but I saw something like, can you tell me what Pat Reagan's Twitter handle, at Tony Hinchcliffe, can you tell me what Pat Reagan's Twitter handle is? Because I want to tell him, what a killer he is on the show. It's like what I saw. And I said, I'm driving, like I'm going like 80 on the freeway, and I'm like, at Patty Reagan. And I sent it to him, tagged his thing in it, right? And then I see him tag both of us, and he goes, at Tony Hinchcliffe, at Pat Reagan. Pat, I just wanted to let you know, you're the worst, shut up. Don't ever talk during the show. You kill every
Classic
episode.
mouth breather, yeah.
And it turns out that what he was saying is that you killed the show. What I read was like, you kill on the show.
Yeah. He was saying that I killed the momentum, but I don't read those negative comments because I don't need negativity in my life, Tony.
Oh man, can we undo the Beyonce thing? Is this possible? Maybe we should.
I don't know. Can you undo women empowerment?
See, I like that part of the impression a lot. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of fun every single week. We're gonna do it again. Are you guys ready to meet tonight's guest, ladies and gentlemen? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm excited for all of you. He's one of my best friends, one of the funniest human beings in the world. You know him, you love him. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Roastmaster General, Jeffrey Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here live in the flesh. You fuckers are done clapping? Are you serious? You come to this room
Tony,
Yeah.
why are you yelling at them? They're a great crowd.
I know. I
They're
love
fun.
it.
Why is
Oh
this-
wow, look at
Who's
this.
this guy doing his SATs over here? Is everything all right? Are you writing a suicide note? I think it's a great crowd.
Yeah.
How you guys?
Hey, what's up,
Have
Joe?
a hand for the band, aren't they great?
Sometimes some sound issues throw me off, Jeff, and I go a little crazy right from the beginning because it
Think
seems like it's one of the easiest things to ever figure out in the entire world. And we
Sound in the belly room is historically terrible.
It's true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take it out on them. I wouldn't.
The sound is
Sam Kinnison's mother did the sound here. That's why he started screaming, actually.
yeah.
It's a famous room, the belly room. There's ghosts here. Speaking of ghosts, Brian is here.
This is one of the most historical rooms in comedy, and a lot of people are talking because, ladies and gentlemen, Roast Battle, which Jeff is a huge part of, every single Tuesday here in the Comedy Store Belly Room, is going to Comedy Central. Yeah. Started right here, just like us a few years ago, and we've been making Mondays and Tuesdays nuts here for 3 years.
The Comedy Store is having a moment.
Yeah, it's really wild.
Thanks to this Kill Tony. Brian, is everything all right?
Yeah.
Are you getting a window seat for your gig in town?
No, I'm getting ready for the show. I'm doing like 20 things over here.
Yeah, it's an exciting time.
Tony, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Life
Why don't you
is...
plug 6 more dates before the show?
Well, I have to do it in the beginning. There you go, yeah. Blow the horse on that one. Good one, Brian. Yeah, no, I have to get it out there because I'm touring. I'm all grown up now, and I have to go.
You know who else is on tour? Beyonce.
Beyonce's on tour now.
Oh, I love Beyonce.
Me too.
Oh, yes, too.
This is your first time on the show with the new band, right?
Did you guys see Beyonce?
Yeah, we did.
Are you so good? Halfway through, I got my period. First time.
Silly.
So, Jeff, it's been a while since you've been on. Welcome back to the show.
Great to be here, Tony.
You also have. I also want to mention that you have one of the coolest comedy specials that I've ever heard conceived coming out. We can talk about it, right?
Of course.
Your last special, you went to a federal prison and roasted prisoners in this special, and it was epic, by the way. If you haven't seen it, get it on iTunes or ComedyCentral.com.
Thank you.
And now, for his new special coming out, I believe, you know the release yet? But in a few months.
No, yeah,
Keep your eyes peeled. It is Jeff Ross roasts the Boston Police Department.
Incest. Little father-son incest.
I never would have guessed the police officers would get that type of response, but it got sexual.
You've never spent time in Boston, obviously. By the way, Tony will be at the Wilbur in October.
Yeah, that's true. October 8th. Some tickets still available.
Yeah, like 500.
Actually, like 700.
Talk about a Boston cream pie.
One could say that joke was a Boston massacre. A horse of
Or
truth.
one could say it's a Boston Tea Party.
Wow. You really just, we were just saying Boston over and over again.
Boston, they say Boston.
Yeah.
The cops in Boston Police Department, I roast the Boston cops, so look for that.
Yeah, it's
Thank you,
it's
Tony.
another fun, dangerous, exciting roast special.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But for tonight, you had to start somewhere, and it was doing short sets in crazy rooms and hoping to get advice from cool comedians.
That's
so you
right.
ready to do this again, Jeff?
I love it. Bring it
Audience,
on.
are you ready? Here we fucking go. The show begins now. Audience, you know how it works. Comedians, you also know how it works. Comedians get 60 seconds, and your time is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Aw, isn't that cute? Here, let's make it a little louder. 60 seconds is up when you hear the... There it is, yeah. Wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. get it? Huh? Do you get it? Don't run the light. Fuck yeah.
By the way, Tony once got hit on by the Hollywood Angry Bear.
It's true. It's true.
Hit on from behind.
Yep.
Sorry.
Thank you. Yes. I pulled a name out of the bucket. This looks like a new name for sure. I hope I say this right. Bradless Velocity. Bradley's Somebody has terrible handwriting. You don't even deserve a spot. Your handwriting's so bad. Is there a Bradley in the room at all? Or anybody whose stage name starts with a Bradley? Yep, well then you fucked up. Wow. Pulled another name out of the bucket. The name is Trenton Favor. This is the only episode that I've ever wished.
The guy's not here?
Only time I've ever...
The guy's not here?
He's not here.
What's his name?
Trevor Favor.
Fuck you, Trevor. Where are you?
Yeah.
This is your big break. You just handed it to some fucking nudnik.
It's true. Stephen Holloman.
Are you kidding me? Come on! You're pissing Pat and I off. What the fuck? What are you doing? Bunch of fucking assholes! There they are! You idiots! Get your asses up here!
I couldn't
Wait a second. The guy is really too? He really, I think they're scared to come up and they're here.
Hey, this is Brian coming to you live from the Real Famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 3. Stop for Tony!
We are alive. I am excited about tonight's episode. I feel like everything's gonna go perfect. Mangria! Ryan J. Evo is here. Josh Martin Comet. As always, batting 1,000 on the sound and the HD camera. We have one of the greatest musical powerhouses in all of comedy with us. It's Reagan and Watkins. Always ready, always there when I say their name right away with no dead air time. Keeping it consistent again this week. Hey, every week we have an unbelievable guest. How about this? The Roastmaster General Jeffrey Ross is here. Look, I love Mangria. I think it's delicious, but can somebody please tell a waitress that I need a Crown and Coke ASAP? Really badly. Thank you, Josh, so much. I mean, really on the fly.
It's been a tradition where I eat during your
It's
podcast.
true.
And thank you for the sushi.
Definitely. You got it. Sushi from
I don't mean to torture
Wakena.
people.
This is great. For those of you listening to the show, you can check out my dates at TonyHinchcliffe.com. Jeff Ross has an unbelievable special coming up. Oh, we really restarted this. I'm not airing the first 15 minutes of this show.
Why? It's great. Why? It's great.
Okay, we're kidding. We'll leave it in. But...
All we can say is, bro, it's good to be here.
Good to be here, bro.
I love these characters that you're doing this week.
Good to be here, bro. What's up, bros?
We just went to the Jay-Z concert. It was pretty dope.
Oh, yeah, I love Jay-Z. Chilling. What's up with you, Jeff?
You mean Beyonce's husband?
Yeah, Beyonce's husband.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
Our girlfriends were out of town.
They were out of town?
Yeah, they went to a concert.
So now while you guys they're out of town, you guys get together and go crazy?
You guessed it.
Comedians, you know how it works. You get 60 seconds. Your time's up when you hear the sound of a kitty. That means wrap it up then, or else you're gonna bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. There you go. Yep, that's what happens if you do that. I pulled a name out of the bucket. You guys ready to start tonight's show or what? Your first comedian going up tonight goes by the name of Jorel Penastra. There he is.
that what I look like? Damn, no wonder my girlfriend broke up with me today. I look like Manny Pacquiao fucking joined a boy band. So let's get real. Pedophiles, they're the fucking worst, right? They deserve capital punishment. But what happens if a kid molests you? What the fuck do you do? This is what happened to me, right? My sister was laying down. My sister was allegedly. My sister was babysitting a few kids from church, and I was asleep in my room, and they were digging into my basketball shorts, and I did the right thing by turning around, pretending nothing happened, right? But that was the right thing to do, right? Because I prefer ass play. I felt like they knew what they're doing, you know? Allegedly.
Fuck yeah, Jarrell Benastre. It's your first time in the show, right? Second. Huh, where are you from?
Moreno Valley.
Where?
Moreno Valley.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Close to Riverside.
Gotcha. How long have you been on stand-up?
A few months now.
What do you do for work?
Target.
Target. Whoa. What do you do there?
Stock, unload.
Is that a middle of the nighttime job?
Yeah.
Huh. So what kind of shift are you working?
Actually, it's 4 to 11 right now.
4 a.m. till 11 a.m.?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a boycott on Target right now, so they don't give me much hours anymore.
There's a boycott on Target, so what?
They don't give me any hours anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's boycotting it?
Christians.
Whoa. Why? Do you know why Christians are boycotting it?
The gender-neutral restrooms.
Oh, that you guys don't have gender.
We have gender-neutral restrooms. That's why they're boycotting.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, fuck yeah. So you don't have to go to the ladies' room anymore.
I need to go to the ladies' room. I work in the freezer sometimes, so I get shrinkage.
Which bathroom do you go to?
Whichever one's free now, like whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
Whichever one's free. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's a pretty thin mustache you're working on there.
I'm Asian. It took me 3 months to grow this, actually.
Fuck yeah. What do you do for fun when you're not working at Target?
Right now, I'm masturbate.
Other than that.
Hold the mic still.
Oh, yo-yo? I yo-yo.
You yo-yo?
Yeah.
Yes!
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Yeah, man.
Do you have a yo-yo on you right now?
Yeah.
Oh, walk the dog. Walk the dog.
Why don't you show us some of your yo-yo tricks? Let's get some music. Let's get some good yo-yo music, Brian. Yeah. Brian, do you have any yo-yo music? You can keep the music.
Dude, is that a Yomega fireball?
One, two. All right, let's get a yo-yo intro.
Jarrell, we found something that you're good at.
Hey, ladies, imagine what he can do with your pussy.
Fuck yeah.
Good point.
He can walk the dog and eat it. What do you call do those tricks have names that you did? Can you give us like what can you sort of describe it verbally what you just did?
Underwater basket weaving is like what the trick is called.
Basket weaving?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what's known as these yo-yo tricks.
You don't even know the names of them.
They should call it like a kickflip. Dude, I can rock the cradle.
Can you really? Whoa! Jarrell, can you play the saxophone? Neither can Jeremiah. Oh, here he is. Yeah, it's definitely a cradle, all right.
Okay, wait.
All right, in one of the worst moves in podcast history, We have turned this into some kind of yo-yo show and tell. For those of you listening to the show, I just want to let you know.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Fuck yeah. Jeremiah Watkins. Rocking the cradle.
I lost my virginity to that song, by the way. I was molested by a mariachi man.
As sperm. Jarrell, do you come from a big family?
No.
No.
Just one sister.
Just one sister. What do your parents do for work?
My dad works at a vet, and my stepmom's a nurse.
Oh, Mexican vet, huh? Filipino vet. Oh, that makes sense. This way the fucking dogs that die come home for dinner, you know what I'm saying?
Too salty. You don't like it.
Jarrell, do you do a lot of spots? Do you work at it a lot?
No, not lately. I've been depressed. So.
Oh, really? What are you depressed about?
My girlfriend broke up with me.
Oh, really? Why do you think that happened?
I don't fucking know, to be honest.
How long were you with her?
Quit playing with your yo-yo and pay attention to me! What are you doing? You keep playing with that thing! Look at me! You've been talking to Amber! Come on, my God! You are so selfish!
Walk the real dog!
I remember back when we used to rock the cradle. Fucking Jarrell.
How long did you date?
How long were you with her?
Almost 4 years.
Oh, yikes. Well, what's the thing you disliked the most about her?
Nothing. Everything was perfect.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
This guy is depressing.
Do you think it's the mustache?
You okay, Jarrell? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Well, you know what? You're a good-looking guy. You seem very positive even while you're depressed. You have a big smile on your face. You're having fun. You're taking jokes. You're killing it on the yo-yo, so I'll bet you anything. A stud like you. If you just keep, go outside of nightclubs at night. You know what I mean? You ever think about going outside of nightclubs when all the drunk girls are coming out and just standing there doing some yo-yo tricks? Maybe bring a little strobe light along with you, a little Bluetooth, play some music.
Oh, wow.
There's gonna be some chick. I'd go stand outside at every Beyonce concert if I was you. And as those girls roll out, they're gonna fall right into your arms. You're an easy target. And you work there too. So.
Jeff, any advice for our friend?
Jarrell?
Getting into the game?
Jarrell, what's your last name?
Binasre.
How long have you been doing comedy?
Just a couple months.
You know what? You have a very gentle, nice delivery. Your material's kind of funny. It's not really finished yet. There's some funny ideas in there. But you're relaxed and you're a very natural sort of person. You can yo-yo, so you're not afraid of crowds and performing.
That's true.
I would stick with it.
Thanks, man.
You had fun tonight.
Jarrell Binastre. And by the way, now that you're depressed, you should be writing, because that's when all the funny shit's gonna happen. There he goes, Jarrell Binastre. He's on Twitter at Jorrell_Binastre. JORRELBENASFRE, something like that. These people have the worst handwriting. You guys take a moment and really print your name nice and slow, you'll get your name said right and shit. You know that, right? It's a whole thing. Like this one, for example. Oh, I think I actually know this. Gurman Seedhi?
ZNY, Ultra DKNY, Miami, DC, prefer Versace.
Motherfucker. This is a weird night. I bet you will be.
Are you using last week's bucket?
Zachary Stein, ladies and gentlemen. Here we
Thank you. My mom is a racist, and that's hard on me, because I'm like anti-racism, which I know is a very courageous stance to take. And I know some of you might not want to laugh at that because you're like, oh, an old white racist, that's the worst thing there is. But don't worry, my mom's an Arab, so you're fine. But then you might be thinking, oh, an Arab racist. Aren't all Arabs racist? And that's a good point, they are. But my mom's different. My mom is a white racist in an Arab woman's body. Like, she loves white people, hates other Arabs. It's amazing. She's like the Jackie Robinson of white racism. Like, she's coming for your spot, and she's better than you. My mom's like the Jackie Robinson of hating Jackie Robinson. You also might have noticed I don't look very half Arab. There's a good reason for that. I had a surrogate mother. The official reason for that was my mom was getting up there in years. If she had a baby, there's an increased chance of me being born, like stupid or something. But I don't buy that for a second. I just think she didn't want it.
Jeez, that bear came out really quick that time.
So did something else, Tony. By the way, nice boner.
Brian seems to think you have a boner.
Holy flasser.
There's a lot of junk in that trunk.
Yeah, man.
I got okay there.
I want Zachary, first of all, good set. Put your hands together for Zachary, everybody. I want to congratulate you all these years on never shooting your eye out. Like so many people thought you were going to. So many people told you that could happen. You ever do a joke about that before?
No, a lot of people introducing me have, so
Oh, I
stay away
gotcha.
from it.
Oh, yikes. Really? They introduced you as a guy that looks like they got their eyes
Yeah.
shot out? Wow. A lot of hacks are bringing you up.
Yeah.
How do you eat mashed potatoes?
Zachary, where are you from?
Detroit.
Where?
Detroit area.
How long you been in LA?
Since October.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Been doing a lot of work?
Yeah, free, but yeah.
Right. What do you do for a living?
I manage a hair salon in Santa Monica.
Oh, shit. How do you get in that game? How does that work?
I'll tell you how. It's got a huge dick.
It really is. Out of all the things that you podcast listeners haven't been able to see tonight, including the great yo-yo disaster 2016.
I just Instagrammed it.
It really is. It's pretty unbelievable. Is there anything in there other than your dick? Just your dick? Is it as big as it seems?
No, it's girthy. It's big.
It's very interesting.
I was a late bloomer, so I had a small cock forever.
Yeah.
And I had to grow up with that, and then it was ugly duckling thing,
This is so fucking funny to me. I love your honesty. How old were you? How old were you when your dick started getting bigger?
19.
19. So you're 19. You have this little dick. You're
19.
Man.
You're 19. Your dick's 12.
Yeah. And then you wake up and.
I actually developed a small penis humiliation fetish when I was small.
Wow, what does that even mean?
It's like when you're into women making fun of the size of your cock.
Jeremiah and I will reenact.
And then right when you got into having a small dick, your dick's like, fuck this, we're blowing up.
Nothing works out for me.
Love that. How does that happen? Did your dick just start eating your side dishes at dinner or something like that?
Have you ever thought about not tucking your shirt in if you have such a huge girthy dick?
I don't know what that would benefit.
So you like it when people see it?
Yeah.
It's pretty blatant. It's pretty unbelievable.
I'm deleting these photos off my phone right now.
Do we have a guy with a boner on stage right now?
Yeah.
Are you
100% flaccid.
Do you get a lot of pussy working at this hair salon?
I don't care that much about fucking. I'll just get a prostitute if I want to fuck really bad. I do okay. If I really want to fuck someone, I can generally make it work out for myself.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta talk about this dick on stage, do you?
Totally. You do?
I got 3 minutes on it.
3 minutes.
You should get 7 to 10.
If I could get that time out here, I would.
You can in the back.
Ah, cool.
Zachary, tell us something else interesting about you.
Here. Fucking Milton Berle's nephew. And for people who are just listening to this, this isn't like some dude in sweatpants. This guy's wearing normal pants. Jeans. He looks like he could be like Drew Carey with leukemia. But younger. He's just a normal guy. He's not like a freak or anything. Just a,
Yeah, you seem like a young professional, that just has an outrageous dick.
This guy's a freak.
Yeah, you have to be a freak.
This guy's
Some real 50 Shades of Grey shit going on,
yeah,
right?
and I'm like, fucking.
What's some other crazy shit that you're into sexually?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you get turned on performing in the belly room.
I like a good hit in the face during. Yeah.
Wait, you like to get hit in the face?
Yeah,
like punch or
like a pal right in the kisser?
For shizzle bizzle.
Do you like to be choked?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Of course.
Silly question, Red Man.
Great answer. Of course. Have you seen my dick through my pants?
Do you have any outfits that unzip through them around the mouth?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Still,
What's one of the craziest things that you've ever had happen to you?
Oh gosh.
Sexually. I mean, if getting punched in the face is what you ask for and getting choked isn't, of course, then what's the point where you're like, whoa, 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 whoa?
My first time, ever with a prostitute, I didn't know what I was doing. I know how to, Google phone numbers and stuff to figure out if it's legit, which is, if you don't know, you should do that. But,
have you noticed that there's been a lot of false, results on Google
Oh,
lately?
yeah.
All right. Nobody can relate to your guys' prostitute issues. Keep going with your story, Zachary. Please keep going.
Welcome to F-Word Crosstalk with Red Man and this guy.
Let's not.
She was right in Detroit. The picture was this beautiful black woman. I was so excited. And,
as they are.
And then
had you been with a beautiful black woman before?
I had been with a not beautiful black woman.
What's funny is you're a white guy and you hook up with these black women and they see your dick and they're like, oh shit.
No, I had a stripper, when I was getting a lap dance, she grabbed me down there and she was like, but you're white. It was the weirdest thing.
But you're white. So what happened with the first beautiful black prostitute?
So it was, she looked like maybe that was her before, heroin and crack or something. And then, she was just really busted out. And it was shame. There were two people in there. She's like, oh, let's go in this room. It's a hotel, it's a motel, but it's still just a mattress on a floor. And it's very springy. And she's like, do you want the front or the back? Which I didn't even do. And I was
the
like,
front or the back?
The pussy or the back pussy. And I said,
wait, I don't get it.
Her vagina or asshole. And I said,
did you take a look at the asshole? Did it look like crumb cake or anything?
Well, I'd never done anal because women aren't often very willing.
Women aren't often very willing.
Because I have the big cock. And
can we do
all of these loaded at once?
And then, so I went, I was like, oh, I'll take the ass. I've never done that.
Can we do a poll to see who wants to keep listening?
No, I definitely do. Are you kidding me? This is incredible. So,
it was just...
wait, so she says, do you want the front or the back? And you say the back because you haven't done that before.
Yeah, never. And it was I ended up switching to the front because the back was the most cavernous thing I've ever been
front and the
inside.
back?
So, okay, we're talking about... Yeah, obviously you haven't been paying. So you're telling me that you put it in her butt and it was so cavernous, it was your word. So you're saying that her butt was so loose that you're like, you know what, her ass is so loose, I gotta try this vagina.
It was tighter than her butt.
Her vagina was tighter than her butt.
Yeah.
There was stalactites, stalagmites, bats, all kinds of creatures. I went spelunking in that butthole. It was quite gross. I lost myself, actually. My whole body actually went inside the butthole for a little bit.
I can't, and with your dick, I can't imagine how loose this asshole must be. Thank you, Pat. So, just the timing of just... All right, so... We still haven't gotten to the crazy part of this story. That's what's nuts, right?
I finished with her, I got out, and then there's just this big fucking, 6'6" black dude in the next room, just staring me down as I leave, and she just gave him, a head nod, okay, and I left. But, I probably could have gotten murdered or robbed or something.
How long was he in the room?
I have no idea. He wasn't there when I got there. It was, in the adjacent room that I walked through to get into the room. And I come out, and there's just this big fucking menacing looking dude.
He came out of her ass.
of a 6'6" black guy,
Yeah,
and that was it. You just walked by.
And I just like walked out and hope nothing happened to me. I didn't look back and just fucking got right to the car.
I mean, had he punched you in the face, you probably would have came again anyway, right? That might be one of the most racist sound effects ever. Is that your black guy sound effect? Jeff, what do you think about Zachary
I
Stein?
have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you need an opener?
Like,
Let's go on the road. We'll have some fun.
Yeah.
With your dick and my act, we're gonna go.
I love that. So
Anyway, my advice to you would be to keep on doing it. Use a little bit of that, I don't know, whatever you want to call it inside you, your sexuality. Use it a little bit in your humor. Slow that shit down.
Yeah.
You got some good ideas, but you're flying through them in a way. I know you only have a couple minutes, but use your confidence. Use your confidence that you use in private. Use it a little bit on the audience.
Okay.
And really, like, if your dick is like that all the time, put it up like in the flip cage underneath your belt, because we're all just staring at your dick. Like, you're totally at like head length, like to your dick. It's like, that's distracting, right?
I disagree. I say you keep David Bowieing that shit and just fucking stuff it and forget it and rock it. Stein, so you're Jewish?
Yeah.
Wow, that is just a double conundrum there. I mean, you know those Jews are known for their massive penises.
100% Hebrew National.
There he goes, everyone. Zachary Stein. He's on Twitter at @_Stein. STEIN.
Interesting people, Tony.
Yeah, it is interesting. Imagine the people that missed their spot. Imagine the people that didn't show up. That are like, oh, where's the room again? This guy just uses his dick as a compass. This looks like another new name. Put your hands together for Bill Russ, everybody. Bill Russ.
Pretty well known that women on average make less than men. I wonder how many transgenders transitioning from male to female will stop because they don't want to take the pay cut. Feel sorry for gay homeless people because they don't have a closet to come out of. Got kicked out of a strip bar for giving the girls counterfeit dollar bills. Told them, what's the big deal? The tits are fake. Some friends of mine just found out they're having an unplanned pregnancy, so now they're out shopping for dumpsters. A while ago, I got into debt real heavily, had to borrow some money, and I saw this ad. You probably seen it, said, bad credit, no problem. Well, 3 months later, apparently there was a problem. They seemed really surprised I couldn't pay. I'm like, you knew my history. What the hell were you thinking, loaning me money? And thankfully, I got a letter from them the other day that said final notice, so I'm just glad that's over. If someone in Texas sent a message to someone in Mexico, it'd be a Tex-Mex text message.
Fuck yeah. Bill Russ. Rock. Holy shit. Bill, you are so fucking cool. Step up to the mic. Let me talk to you for a second. How long you been doing stand-up?
18 years.
18 years. Those are some unbelievable jokes. So great. Where you been doing it at?
I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I did radio for a long time. For
a lot of Ohio people here, including Red Band and I.
In fact, he is friends with my cousin, Josh Robert Thompson.
Oh, fuck yeah. I just had him on the show a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
And I did radio for 10 years, worked all over the country. Then I went to a comedy club in Virginia Beach. I lived in Virginia Beach past 20 years. And I went to a comedy club, and a friend of mine that I waited tables with was up on stage. I'm like, what are you doing? How can I try it? So I went up the next week. Started doing it, and 3 months later became an MC, and I've been doing all through the road, everything.
That's so cool.
Just moved here like 2.5 months ago.
And you do a bunch of killer one-liners like that, huh?
If anybody has a pet-friendly room to rent, I'm looking.
There you go. So are all those other people that are here.
How do you feel about loners with huge cocks?
You know what the hell? Watch it, Jeff.
Bill, so you've been doing stand-up for 18 years. You've just moved here 2 months ago.
Yeah, biggest show I ever did. I've opened for Brad Garrett from the 600 Theater. I've opened for Jimmy Walker.
That's cool.
Worked with Mike Birbiglia.
Nice. Nice.
What made you move out here to do comedy?
Actually, I came out here about a year ago to visit a couple friends of mine. A friend of mine lives in Orange County. Another friend lives in Hollywood, does voices. And I came out for a vacation. And before I left, they're like, Bill, why don't you move out here? You're single. You have no kids. You have no responsibility. Come on out here. If you don't like it, you can always move back. So I was like, what the hell? So I sold all my furniture, put my dog in the car, and drove across the country.
That's great.
I love that. I love that. Are you having fun so far?
Yeah, love it. When they draw your name, it's okay.
Where else do you get on? Are you getting on every night?
I auditioned at Flappers, and I've gotten on there, and I'm in there with system, and then I've come in here a few times. It's like the second time I've been here. And I've been doing some of the other open mics around town.
So this is what you're out here to do. It's your main passion. You're all by yourself, just you and the dog.
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
It's a beagle mix.
What's his name?
Hobo. 4 years ago, my neighbors found him in a parking lot, and they brought him into the neighborhood. And for 2 years, or for 2 hours, everyone was trying to get him to come to them. He wouldn't go to anybody. So then I came home from work and put my hand out. He came right to me, licked my hand, curled on my lap. I went to a vet, and he had heartworm, Lyme disease, and a tick, and didn't know anything. So I rehabilitated him.
That is exactly what I did with Pat Reagan, by the way. Same exact story. Hanging out in a parking lot one day.
That's a little creature.
But Hobo is potty trained, unlike Pat Reagan.
Still has heartworm.
Don't talk to my friend like that.
Bill, so that is so cool. That it seems like that you must be having a lot of fun with life right now.
Yeah.
What'd you do for work? Like, how did you save money? Where'd you wait at?
I'm working at Black Angus on Corbin Avenue in Northridge right now. Just over there. And then I worked in Virginia Beach. I waited tables at this seafood restaurant for 8 years.
I bet you're a great fucking waiter.
I get in trouble a lot.
I can just tell.
I get in trouble a lot.
What do you get in trouble
You make
for?
jokes while you're waiting?
Yeah, people are rude or something. I just say it. Everyone's like afraid to say it.
Right.
I had one time I had an interracial couple one time, and I go, well, hey, once you go black, they go, you never go back? I go, no, your credit gets fucked up. They laugh.
Welcome to Olive Garden.
They laugh.
And that was at a Black Angus.
No, that was it.
Now
It's probably at let's face it, a Red Lobster.
I always tell people, customers, they say something to me, they go, you're a real good waiter. I'll be real serious. I go, I'm just glad to be out of prison.
You're not one of those wacky waiters that won't shut up, though. Or like, it comes to the table telling all the jokes, and you're like, please just leave me alone.
No, I try to read the guests.
Yeah. I love that. Bill, tell us something else exciting about you. You have a huge, oversized cock or anything like that?
The shizzle bizzle.
Anything crazy about you? Any weird talents? You have a yo-yo on you?
I used to do
That is crazy.
In 1990, I was on ABC's America's Funniest People, won $2,000, 1860 after taxes.
Wow, what'd you do?
I did impressions. I used to do a bunch of impressions. Now they're so old, younger people probably don't know who they are.
That's a weird.
What was your killer go-to impression?
Usually Casey Kasem.
Oh, I love Casey.
Oh, wow.
Will you do it? Wait, can I set you up? Can I say? All right.
Well, hi again, everyone. I'm Casey, and we're coming to you from Hollywood. I've got a letter. A listener writes, Dear Casey, I'm a voluptuous blue-eyed blonde, stacked to the max, and would love to get down on my knee. Oops, wrong letter.
Wow.
No wonder you know Josh Robert Thompson. Jesus.
That's so cool, Bill.
Let's have some more.
Some more, please.
Not that Marge and I like to take part in these and Maggie and come to the comedy store. Don't I want a donut?
Very good, Bill. Oh, wow. Ryan has a mediocre Marge that he's trying to shove into.
Maggie, stop sucking on Homer's dick.
There you go.
Oh, Marge, you had to go dirty, didn't you?
No.
All right, guys. Well, Bill, you're fucking hilarious.
Hey, thank you.
Congratulations on this new life that you're living. You left everybody behind. You're in a new city. You and the dog. Hobo's having the time of his life, I'm sure. It's a lot more fun out here than Virginia
We're hitting a
Beach.
lot of dog parks.
That's great.
Would you like to do the Ice House Friday Death Squad show, 10 o'clock?
That's the Ohio State Buckeye theme song there. Bill Russ, we're going to see you at the Ice House. You're going to do a real big spot at the oldest comedy club in the world on Friday night.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. It's because of you people. Because of you.
Because of you, Bill. There he goes. Bill Russ, ladies and gentlemen. He's on Twitter at the Bill Russ. All right, the gig's canceled on Friday. Get out of here. He's on Twitter at the Bill Russ. You can catch him at the Ice House Friday night, the Death Squad show. It's exciting. Love those cool stories, man. Love it when people just go and chase the dream.
I mean, I hear that though, and I'm like, it's so, open mics are so tough out here to go back to mics. But you're good in the clubs, I guess. You've been doing it.
What the fuck?
There you go. There you go.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks for opening up. That was beautiful.
For those of you that missed it.
Having a hand for Pat and Jeremiah, everybody. And this guy, the drummer guy.
Pat acknowledging that open mics are tough. Pretty much at the same time sealing the fact that he will be at open mics forever.
They're worse than tough.
They are worse. It's cruel.
It's
cruel.
unbelievable. It's impossible to practice 3 minutes at a time, maybe not even go up 60 people, and we're at a time where there's more people than ever doing comedy.
Yeah.
And it's, all these veterans come out and move out to LA. I'm pretty much in. I've been in this fucking grind for a bit. Anyways, nobody cares. That's it. All right.
No, you're right. Open mics are very hard. You remember your open mic days, Jeff? What was that like? Anything crazy you remember from those
Every
days?
night was crazy. Every night was like glory or death. It was heartbreaking. The Ye Old Triple Inn on 54th Street in Manhattan. They had like a juggler went on right before me. You could do whatever you wanted. It was that kind of open mic, and they had an accordion player that accompanied you. It was surreal. But anyway, I was bombing, and then there was 2 Navy guys in the front row my very first time, and they started heckling me, and I made fun of their outfits because they had a mustard stain on their Navy whites, and I liked it. It was scary, but that was a good one. The next 20 were terrible.
I thought of something. I wonder if all those people that didn't show up were just scared to be on the show because Jeff's on the show.
No.
I've been so nice.
I know.
You didn't even let me take a crack at that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't? Bill, you want to come back up here and get roasted by the Roastmaster General?
No, come on. It's not fair.
Forget
Yeah, where have you been, Jeff? You've been like the ghost master up here.
The shizzle dizzle.
We'll see him at the Ice House in what's his name?
I pulled another name out of the bucket. Kirsten Alberts, ladies and gentlemen.
So things haven't been going so great for me lately. I've been trying to generate some good karma by paying it forward. So like instead of putting money in people's expired parking meters, I just wait and take the parking tickets off their cars. That way they have a good day. But I do like helping people. Like I give money to the homeless, but only to women because they don't have to pay them as much. I've always struggled with having a realistic body image. Like I always wanted a body like Barbie. So I cut my nipples off and sewed my pussy shut. And now I'm beautiful. My boyfriend is a huge Star Wars nerd. He loves Star Wars, so I decided I'm going to surprise him tonight with some sexy role-playing. It's going to be, Princess Leia from the waist up and Chewbacca from the waist down.
Kirsten Albert, another very funny comedian. First time on the show, right?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How long you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing it 5 years.
Where at?
I started in Phoenix, and I just moved out here a year ago, so I've just been kind of doing a bunch of open mics.
That's cool.
Yeah, done a couple book shows, but not too many.
Very funny.
Yeah.
You do a lot of spots, like a lot of open mics, or?
I kind of stick to just doing I do the haha a lot. Like I run new material there, and I try and work it there, and then try to get on booked shows to do the material. I don't know.
What do you do for a living?
I process health insurance claims during the day. I work from home. Yeah.
The party started with your insurance
I
claims.
It's not very exciting. Yeah.
You write jokes at work when you're bored?
Yeah, I do. I write them down and I post them on Twitter and stuff while I'm working.
Now you're-
Sometimes I sleep while I work.
Your Twitter handle here says "Dirty Hippie Comic." Is that true? Are you really a dirty hippie?
You smell?
Chewbacca
yeah.
downstairs.
I don't know. Yeah, my hair looks good because I just got it done today. But I shower like once a week.
I can't imagine what it looks like yesterday.
Girl.
I know. I know. It's
Shower
bad.
once a week. Why do you think that is?
I can't get myself to do it. It's just a lot of work.
Do you really have a boyfriend?
I do.
I mean, he doesn't care. He's like eating crumb cake.
No, he doesn't care.
How many
He's,
crumb cake references are you going to make today? What did you do? Have a crumb cake on the way here?
Yeah, he's 45, so he's happy to have me.
45.
Yeah.
Wow. What does he do for work?
He does a bunch of different stuff. He does contract work, and then he also like promotes comedy shows and stuff. Still in Arizona, but he does it online. So.
Oh, he's still in Arizona.
No, he's not in Arizona. He does the promotions for Arizona shows.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you guys moved out here together a year ago?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the showering thing for a second. Something that I've never.
That is weird.
It's something that I've never understood because I can't even start my day without a shower. Like just like coffee and everything else, it's something that I absolutely need.
But
to
didn't you
start the
date
day.
little Esther for like 3 years?
No.
She's like the dirtiest.
No,
girl.
I didn't. Nothing that you just said is true, Ryan. Anyway,
Wow. We've found Tony's weak spot, everybody.
you said I dated her for 3 years. We dated for 11 months, and it was literally 8 years ago. For those of you keeping track, Brian.
Yeah, but didn't she like? She never took a shower.
That's
She
not true.
took baths with
Showered
dogs. She
every-
pooped on the floor in the kitchen.
Every single day. The stuff that you're talking about is just all funny stories that we've told.
But she did do that, right?
Hey, did her downstairs
every
look
day.
like crumb cake? Red Band, you my boy!
The shizzle dizzle.
Oh God. Oh dear Lord. Alright, where are we?
What was that? That homeless joke was really funny.
Thank you.
Am I using the right mic? Because I don't feel like I can hear.
Can we get him any more volume?
Yeah, I mean it's on full blast right now.
Okay.
Is it on full blast? or
Yeah,
is it
before
on-
it starts going.
You guys hear me in the back?
It's just not loud at all. We're here every single week. Is Josh here? Josh Martin?
It's
How about this one? Is it better?
There, that's much better. Whatever that
I
is.
turned it
just
up really, really loud.
That's where we need it, is really, really high. We needed it really, really high. Kirsten, tell us something else interesting about you.
I love Harry Potter. I've read the books like 7 times.
Wow.
And-
All that time you could have been showering.
I know.
And you're just sitting there, reading books, flipping pages.
Yeah.
Do you think it would help you if they made waterproof books? That maybe.
Maybe actually.
What is the part? Just explain to me concisely in some way. What is it that you hate about showering? You're saying that it's work, but it doesn't seem like work at all to like
Long hair.
rub your body
yeah.
with soap.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's just you gotta exfoliate and then you gotta shave.
Yeah, but you also have to clean your butthole, you know? Like
I
after a couple
know.
days, you're leaving stains
I
on
shower
chairs.
like if I have to like impress somebody, but if there's like you guys aren't gonna see me later, you don't care. You know?
People at work probably care. They smell
work from
buttholes
home.
when you.
I work by myself in a chair, so it's really just
That
the
chair
probably
has to
smells.
smell
I know.
A stink bomb of a chair. What's the longest you've gone without showering?
Maybe like a week and a half. But it's like I'm
So like
sorry.
people say,
It's like a little bit of like depression, but like mostly I just like don't care. I do it like if I have to be like in close proximity with somebody, I'll shower.
Let me ask you this. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Your boyfriend, who's 45, he goes down on you and you let him if it's
No,
been...
I make sure I shower if like we like do sex stuff.
Well, how do you know you're going to do
Which isn't
sex
that
stuff?
often.
Because
Oh, I see.
he'll text her. He's like, "Hey, my wife's out of town. I'll see you on Saturday. Could you please, for the love of God, shower?"
exfoliate, shave.
It's back on!
He's like, what's for dinner? Soap and water?
Oh man.
The sorting hat would put her in the bathtub.
So sort of going back to this Twitter handle, which again is Dirty Hippie Comic. I get the comic, I get the dirty. What makes you a hippie?
I just want peace.
Peace? It seems like you're not even quite sure that you want peace. Like you could turn villain any second.
She looked up the Wikipedia definition for hippie and it said, I want peace.
And not bathing.
How long has it been since you've taken a shower right
Yeah,
now?
what are we at right now if you had to guess?
And can Jeremiah smell?
I showered last Wednesday.
Whoa.
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can I smell you?
No.
Come on.
Touch this.
Come on. It's the Roastmaster General. Let him smell you.
No, it's okay. No, believe me, when no means no when it comes to fucking.
Come on, don't put up a stink about it. Just let him.
She showers once a week and that's Gash Wednesday.
Oh, what? You come out my boy?
I love how you guys defend each other. Oh shit. Well, that is an interesting thing. Do you have jokes about it? Do you ever talk about? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Very cool. How much material do you think you have overall? Because those are some really great jokes you have.
And how much is it stained with poop from not washing your butt?
All right. Butthole, poopy, 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 Brian. There we go.
Hashtag crumb cake.
So if somebody goes to see your stand-up show and afterwards they say she really stunk up the joint, you mean it, you're not offended?
No, it doesn't offend me. No.
All right, well, it's good to have goals.
Do you have anything?
I'm not showering. That's my thing. That's my hook.
Yeah, that's my marketing. Is,
You are one of the dirtiest comics. Really filthy material, and that's just what you're wearing.
I'm sorry if I've grossed you guys out.
You were great.
Yeah, absolutely great. It's
You were
always
funny.
so relieving to find a great joke writer
Thank you.
on this show.
Thanks
and
for having me on.
I feel like you're gonna be a big star one day. I can imagine Jimmy Fallon holding his nose while talking to you. You found your lane. You found your lane. It happens to be outside, but down the street.
Hopefully you get booked for Fallon on a Thursday and not a Tuesday. She showers on Wednesday.
She showers on Wednesdays.
There you go. Great stuff.
What's your name?
Kirsten Alberts, ladies and gentlemen. There she goes. She's on Twitter at Dirty Hippie Comic. Dirty Hippie Comic.
She was that's Purella-rific. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going over there, man? Who's your drummer? Who is this guy?
This is Joel Jimenez right here.
Joel Jimenez. Fuck yeah.
How many times a day do you guys shower? Or a week, I guess. Do you guys shower every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Twice a day sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little grimier.
Yeah.
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 That makes
How many
sense.
people here don't shower every day by round of applause?
Got some stanky pussy in the house tonight.
Fucking disgusting.
All right, so it's not that weird, I guess. People don't.
No, there was just a few monsters here. It's just.
Some girl just said, it's the moisture.
It's the weave. It's the weave.
Gross.
Looks like I pulled another new name out of this bucket. Put your hands together for Frank Ma.
So, I don't get when guys brag about having sex all night, because I never wanted to have sex for that long. I love sex as much as the other guy, but after I've just had it, I only kind of like sex. Second time sex to me is just But what's great after sex to me is sleep. And I think sleep after sex is the best thing in the world because I could do that all night. It doesn't matter how good the sex is. I could be having great sex with a woman that I love, and we're looking at each other's eyes, and we're together, and we're full of lust, and I orgasm, and she orgasms, and that's only the second best thing to happen to me that night. Because afterwards, I get to pass the fuck out. That's all I got. Thank you.
Fuck yeah, Frank Miles. One of your first times doing stand-up comedy?
I've done a lot of open mics.
When did you start?
The beginning of the year.
The beginning of the year. Yeah, so you're a few months in.
Yeah.
Perfect. Frank Miles.
Was it a leap year?
Fresh out of medical school.
He doesn't even get jokes, let alone write them.
Yeah, you were stating a lot of just obvious things. I think we all get tired after sex. We don't want to have sex.
Okay, I don't want to give excuses, but thank you. Yeah.
What?
I wasn't as prepared as I could be for this.
It's like you're talking to your parents.
What ethnicity are you?
Chinese.
Chinese, all the way, 100%.
I was born in China.
You were born in China. How long have you been in America?
15 years.
Wow.
So you were the edgiest comic in China.
I was a nerd growing up, man. I was a straight edge Chinese person until the beginning of the year.
Wow.
And then what happened? What's not straight edge about you anymore?
That I do comedy.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't smoke weed. I don't get that drunk.
Watch out for the badass over here.
Rock and roll.
That's Japanese.
I think I'll turn it Chinese.
Straight edge is different. Straight edge is a punk thing. Also, the phrase it means you don't drink or have sex. You lead a clean lifestyle.
I pretty much don't drink and have sex.
Yeah.
Why don't you have sex? What's up with that?
It's not my choice.
Really?
It's not offered to me that often.
Do you ever go out?
Ooh, he cute.
I mean, I live at home.
You live at home with your parents?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wait, how old are you?
25.
Wow, you guys do something about that.
There you go. Brian,
Listen, I
the
quit
king
my
of the
career.
obvious.
That's what your
Brian
act
Redband.
That's what your act should be about. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you offended by the decor here?
Feel
You
right.
want sushi? Anyway, you had some fun ideas. I think you got to slow it down and think about them a little deeper because they're like good premises. You know, premises that are pretty obvious to people, so they'll relate. But try to think of some, little deeper punchlines, maybe.
What do your parents do for work?
My dad is in healthcare. He works ultrasound machine at a hospital. My mom's a real estate agent.
Wow.
Are they disappointed in you because you quit and now you're doing comedy?
They don't know.
Oh.
They know I quit my job, but they
So
don't know.
what was the job that you had before this?
Check this out. Management consulting
Management consulting for what?
for like a big consulting company. Like one of those Deloitte types.
Oh no.
Did you have to go into any other companies and do anything interesting ever? Like what? What
Interesting, no.
What
Other companies,
recognizable
yeah.
company did you do anything?
Well, I can't say, obviously.
Oh.
How long have you been in America, your family?
15 years.
Do you plan on telling them or no?
Yeah. After I get some success.
So you're never going to tell them?
Do you think your parents have any idea what a podcast is?
No.
That's good.
That's right.
That's always really good. What part of LA do you guys live in? Chinatown? Torrance. Yep.
So kind of China.
Yeah, same thing. That's interesting. You have any siblings?
Nope.
You're the only child.
I was born in that generation.
Oh
Yeah. Boys only, dog. Yeah.
Way to take a negative and flip it into a positive, Jeremiah.
Do you hate Koreans?
Man, we all hate Koreans. What are you talking about?
How about your parents? What do your parents hate? Do they ever talk about it out loud? It's all
No,
right.
they're pretty cool.
I know you're fucking lying right now. Come on. Who do your parents hate? Black people?
As much as any other Chinese people hate black people.
So
Maybe a
they
little.
hate black people is what you're saying. What a weird answer that was. Instead of throwing his parents under the bus, he throws his parents and every other Chinese person. Only as much as every other Chinese person do we hate black people.
What's your favorite category in porn?
Good question.
I know people are not gonna believe me when I say I don't watch a lot of porn. I'll say that with saying I jerk off a lot, but I don't watch a lot of porn.
How do you do it? Just like
It's called an imagination, Red Band.
You said memory. He did just answer with the actual answer, memory. Oh, sorry. What are the memories that you have? What are those of? It's just like the wrong sound effect for that moment completely.
What's it like being a Chinese comedian? There's not role models. Like, what do you think about it? Do you feel, I don't know, do you feel like an outsider more, or what's it?
No, I think you make it if you're funny. If you're not, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the pure meritocracies, so I'm not worried.
Right. Have you ever taken a girl back to your place?
With my parents?
Yeah. No. So when you have hooked up with girls, where have you done that at?
Well, I've only lived with my parents for the last 6 months. And then I lived
You're
alone
living life
before.
sort of backwards here. You realize that. A lot of people start living with their parents when they're born.
I had a real job before I
I've only lived with my parents the last 6 months, so, you know. Baller!
The shizzle business.
So you moved out when you're what, 18? You went to college where?
Berkeley.
Berkeley.
Oh no! What a terrible choice.
You guys don't like Berkeley?
Do that.
Wow, what do you guys have against Berkeley?
It's just a shitty school, man.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what would happen if you brought home a black girl to your parents?
Yeah, what would happen? Give us an example of what you think would happen if you just walked, you walk straight into the... All right, well, let's start it off like a normal day. You pull into the driveway, you pull all the way through the living room wall, right? The car just goes straight through bushes and a window. You say, Mom, Dad, I'm home, what's up?
Hello, son.
Hello. How's the professional job going?
You want some slim sushi?
Mom?
Who this?
Mom?
Who this? Your cleaning lady? Who this?
How come your parents talk funny?
We Chinese.
Oh, okay. What that?
Who this? Is this your healthcare provider?
No, I'm his baby mama.
What?
That's right, I'm pregnant.
Seriously, Frank, if you got a black girl pregnant, and she wanted to keep the baby, how would you tell your parents that? Like, can you give us an example? Just say into the mic, like, pretend like they're in front of you at the
What's the
living
matter, boy?
Yeah, what?
Let it out. Speak out. I'm Papa son, Mama son. We worry. Right, Mama son?
I honestly don't know how they went.
Come on, Frank, it's not how comedy works. You gotta roll with it. Explain to us how you would tell
We're
your
not gonna
mom
let you
that.
fail.
Oh,
Just
I'll
go.
tell my mom, this is my girlfriend. We're pregnant. We're gonna have a
What's
black
her?
kid.
What is her name? See what happens when you just go for it? You're gonna laugh like that.
You're gonna have a black baby? What?
No, son, you not have the baraka the baby. Your mom is mad, but I am furious. No baraka the baby.
I mean, she's already pregnant. She's half black, half Asian.
Make her unforgettable.
Bring her to the karate dojo now.
I take her to my friend dry cleaner. I give you a coat hanger.
Too soon for that? Too soon?
That's actually his mom's name.
Frank. So, That's amazing. Very fun stuff. It was very nice to meet you. Come back and do another minute sometime, okay? Frank Mom, everybody. There he goes. Nice to meet you, Frank. Well, he's so Asian, he dresses like he's in medical school. We've gotten to the part of the show where we're going to bring up your two regulars. These young ladies write and perform a brand new minute every single week. They do not get pulled out of the bucket. They have one of the hardest jobs in all of comedy, trying to keep up with writing a minute every single week of the year. This week's no different. Going first tonight, you know her as a Kill Tony regular and so many other great things. Put your hands together for Melissa Esslinger, everybody.
Not everything that you water will grow, because I've had water my whole life and I never made it past 11 years old. Either that or I'm just really dehydrated. Anyway, I almost jumped off a cliff when I was 3 years old. I think that's why I do stand-up. I was chasing a lizard. We were at this national park called Natural Bridge, because that's what it is. It's a natural bridge, cliff. Anyway, I was chasing a lizard, and apparently lizards can climb on the sides of things, but people can't. But I was wearing overalls, so my dad grabbed them, and that day, Oshkosh saved my life. I wish that I fell off of it right now, but that's all I got.
There you go. The classic maneuver. Makes fun of herself on her way out. That's fun. What do you mean by I tried to jump off a cliff? I think that's why I do stand-up. Into the microphone.
What did I mean by that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You should know. You said it.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do know. Well, I was running. Like, I guess I should have talked about this. I have the memory, like, in my head of, like, I can see my foot in my hand. I was literally flying, like, no regard to the edge of a 100-foot drop. And I feel like stand-up feels like that, because...
Yeah. Got it there. When you say it like that, when you actually explain what you're saying, then you can get a big pop like that.
How many times did you get up this week? Or how many times do you usually get up every week?
Lately it's only been like 3, which is not enough.
Yeah. 3 a day, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, when you start off stand-up, I was doing 3 a day probably for years.
Yeah.
And you have to do that, where you're just going to lose it and you're going to forget what you're talking about. And like you pretty much said stuff that you didn't explain it to us. Like it made sense in your head, but it didn't make sense.
Brian
to anybody
hates
here.
you. We've noticed this every single week. It's been a very running thing that he simply can't hide it all for a second.
I did get my car back, and I'm just waiting to. So I have mobility again now. I can't fill the tank, but I'm almost there. I'm getting there, and then I'll be back to doing as many spots as I was.
Jeff, is this the first time you've seen little Melissa Esslinger?
Yeah.
She has a nervous style, nervous delivery. Before she was shaking and apologizing, wasn't able to get her words out. So last week she had a great set. This week, it's one of the hardest things, writing and performing a brand new minute every single week that's on the record. But she has really good jokes and an interesting delivery, as you can tell. Any advice or anything from Melissa, Jeff? Any initial
How many
reactions?
times have you done Kill Tony?
I started in August.
Wow.
So,
You've been doing it every week. That right there is a major accomplishment, being able to go back and work the same room. Because all comics, they get nervous trying out material, so you're brave. I don't know what the fuck you were talking about. But it was brave, and it was real, and it was about you and your family and your experiences. So keep going down that. Eventually, you're going to be able to climb up the side of things.
Right.
hell yeah.
Yeah. You definitely lead points and likability and, delivery. But really, like he said, nothing really...
Really love the Tom Petty haircut, too.
Yeah. Has your nervous stylings affected your real life at any point this week or lately?
No.
Anything crazy happened lately in life?
I had an awkward moment with this guy that I see every time I walk past Saddle Ranch.
The homeless guy with the cup that changes?
No, it was this guy. I think he works valet or something, but apparently he thought I worked at Starbucks. but I don't. And I was really confused, and he was really confused. And
Now we're really
and he,
confused.
I suck today. Well, because he was like, "Do you have a twin?" And instead of saying like no, because I don't, I was like, maybe.
This is why I ask these questions. It's because that is literally.
Let's tease it. Next week you should tell a story about the awkward encounter that you have that week.
Yeah, I mean, your real life things like that, instead of trying to dig for these deep jokes that sound like jokes, with your delivery and your likability, you can totally just say things that really happen to you, and that's the reaction that you're always going to get. So,
Remind me of Janine Garofalo. Watch her stuff. She's great.
Yeah.
Wait a second. How old are you?
I'm 25.
All right. You should know Janine. Check this shit. You gotta look back a little bit, and that'll help you. You won't steal, but just check it out. Get influenced by good comics.
Definitely.
There you go, a little inspiration. There she goes, Melissa Essler. She's on Twitter, Melissa Essler. Shit, everybody. Oh, shit. Put your hands together for your other regular. It's Vanessa Johnston, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, guys. It's crazy that we live in a first world country and yet it's unhealthy to drink the tap water. That's insane to me. In Los Angeles, they discovered that when sunlight hits the LA water supply, it becomes about as toxic as 2,000 X-rays. So what they decided to do is just dump 1 million little black plastic balls in the LA reservoir to try to block out the sunlight. And then they walked away like that was a solution. Like, yo, dude, cancel our tax money, go to like a giant Brita or something. It's insane. And then like the CDC recently announced that there's large concentrations of rocket fuel and birth control hormones in the water supply, which explains the 10-legged blue homosexual frogs fucking outside my apartment. I don't know if they're gay. They look the same, so I assume.
Vanessa Johnston. Talking about water. There's a lot there. There's a lot there.
Nice CDC reference.
Yeah, the CDC thing, that really stood out to me more than anything. What is that? Center of
Disease
Control, yeah.
Oh, right.
But you know, it's like you're dropping that in there. You know, they say that all you have to say is they. You know what I mean? CDC people are like, what? And then, you know, little things like that. But there's some stuff in there. You know, move the Brita up, move everything up. Same thing as always. Trim the fat, figure it out. Have you been doing spots during the week? Good.
Yeah, I do go up like 2 times 6 nights a week.
That's
great.
Yeah.
Great.
Maybe if you take that you have an eye for detail, you know, CDC, Brita, just these kind of words. If you make those, try to incorporate them into your punchlines and have your setups be a little more easier to just flow into.
Digest.
And then the way you use the language is interesting. So maybe land on that stuff. Just so.
That's a great piece of advice right there. It's
but I could be. Thank you. But I also could be wrong. Like if your thing is that, then don't. You would know better than I would, or we would. But
Yeah, I'll try.
do your
Thank
thing.
you.
Confidence is key.
Yeah, totally. Always tons of swagger with the great Vanessa Johnston. There she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Vanessa Johnston, Vanessa Johnston. Ryan J. Ebelt's drawing is right here. Look what he did tonight. Is that crazy or what?
Wow.
Look at you, Jeff.
Oh my goodness.
It's me, you, Brian, and the Horse of Truth. Made it all in there. I love Mangria. It's so delicious. So unbelievably good that I drink it all the time. Adam Carolla's Mangria. We love you, Adam. Reagan and Watkins, ladies and gentlemen, they did it. Josh Martin Comic.
At Jeremiah's stand-up, at Patty Reagan.
Joel Jimenez, Roast Battle, and Jeff Ross Roast
Tuesday.
Boston Police
Check out
Department.
Roast Battle on the road, coming to Chicago, Austin, New York, and the Belly Room very soon.
Yep, check it out every Tuesday here at the Comedy Store, live or on Periscope. Fun episode for you longtime listeners here tonight. This one will go down for a little while, is that one.
Nashville, we'll see you this Sunday.
Thank you, live audience. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.
You looked at him, he looked at you, and you know right away.
Thank you so much. What's your name? Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.